All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. It's Friday, March 4th, 2022, and we're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition tonight. We've got, excuse me, a frog in my throat. We've got Matakiri DMing Empire of the Ghouls. So without further ado, we're going to get to it because we were in combat last session.
Yeah, we were in combat. You guys had made it to Reaver Cave, and so we're just going to jump right back into where we left off. You were taking on a bunch of cannibal dwarves and their large giant boar mounts. And right when we left off, you saw one of them is a ghostly white, and it is charging. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And we're going to start off the round to the turn with Blink.
Just want to point out they're suspected cannibal dwarven reavers. We haven't actually
You saw
seen
the ones
them
out on
eating.
the beach.
We haven't seen them eating each other, though.
They were cooking them. Yeah. I suppose you haven't seen... yeah, that's true.
Marinated cremation.
Yeah.
I think we have solid evidence, though. I'm not really worried that maybe we have the wrong guys in this case.
All circumstantial.
Well, when somebody cuts one of them open and looks in their intestines, then they can tell, right?
You find a tire and a license plate and...
Volkswagen license plate.
All right. Blink is just gonna shoot a firebolt at this guy's mangled socks. And do I have a -2 shooting through?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Through his space, and apparently I have advantage.
Yeah, they're all berserker raging, so you get.
They are raging.
Excellent.
So he bends over to pull up his mangled socks, and your firebolt hits him right on the top of his head.
Ouch. It's going to be so much more than was necessary. Oh, wow. Not that much more.
Right?
Oh, my
6
goodness.
points.
He had a lot of hit points. All right. And then I'm going to give out some temporary hit points with the cannon and be done.
Alrighty.
Oh, wait. It's my turn? It's not alphabetized? I think Quint's going to take a shot at the war chief that just stuck his head around the corner there with his longbow. And, ooh, a hit.
That's a hit on Skewer.
Doing a little damage. And,
So you skewer.
and that's it.
What time of day is it? How long have we been awake?
It is morning. Like you were coming here 10 a.m. ish, 9 a.m. ish. They were slow cooking their meat outside for the day.
It's a barbecue.
All right, so I'm going to move up a bit as I move up the stairs / this guy. Lightly wounding him.
Just a
And
scratch.
am I able to see into the room at this point, or is it still too high? I don't know what the elevation is on the stairs.
Yeah, is there vision blocking? There shouldn't be.
No, but I could see him when I was standing by the boat too. So
Yeah, these stairs are only like 3 feet.
okay,
They're Reaver Dwarves, not
Yeah,
Reaver Goliaths.
yeah.
so I'm going to.
From bottom to top is only about 3 feet, so yeah, you can easily see.
There are a bunch of giant boars and a huge ghost one, so be prepared.
All right, and speaking of said ghost boar, he decides he's going to come running straight at Tegas. And he attempts to tusk you as he charges in.
Do you have a chance of falling down the steps?
He does not. You manage to hold your shield, and he slams into the shield. It's really tough, but you manage not to fall back.
So boars were like cows; they couldn't walk downstairs.
Well, these just kind of fall down into you. And weirdly, after he slams into you, he goes ghostly and passes right through you and ends up there.
Does he like re-solidify when he gets on the other side, or can we
Yes,
like?
he's
Okay,
solid now. Yeah. It was a temporary thing. While he's moving, he can ghost in and out.
got it.
All right, Giant Boar 28 has been slapped by the Mr. Decorative Slacks over there. And so he starts charging too. What's their speed? Ooh, he's gonna get to there. He will be able to make it. So he charges right to you, Sir Tegas, and he attempts to tusk you as well. So he hooks you with his tusk, but again, now you're backing up against the ghost boar, and you aren't pushed back.
It's kind of like an Oreo.
Right.
Except there's one of the cookies is white and one of them's black, and then Sortegas in the middle.
CSB.
That would be a good Oreo.
Oh, another crit.
It's two.
That's all I do all day.
Oh, picking up right where you left off.
Oof. Gonna make some bacon.
Whoops, hubris. And I'm going to do my second wind.
All right. Skjor
Skjor.
is going to begin attacking Tarion, and he starts to go into this, like, his mouth, you see, is frothing. He's frothing at the mouth, but it's coming out red bubbles. And you're not really sure what's going on, but it looks like he's bleeding out of his mouth, but there's bubbles coming out. As he goes into a blood frenzy.
I think he's chewing on Pop Rocks.
Yeah, it's almost like he bit down on his tongue or something and is just...
Oh, this guy
sloshed
just
into
keeps
it.
getting creepier.
Yeah, and so he starts going after Tarion. And so the first thing is... And he swings his great axe that he's wielding and hits you
With a 10? Oh, never mind.
for 17 points of damage, which was resisted and absorbed. And then he turns around and he bites. He attempts to bite you with his red-tinged, foamy mouth. Oh, that should have been at advantage, but that's going to hit anyway. Let's see if he critted. Nope. So he bites down onto you, and he kind of catches you right in the cheek, and is trying to tear a chunk of your cheek away.
Sounds very unpleasant.
He's got the imprint now. 2 points of damage is it?
And as he bites into your cheek, and you see the blood as he's chewing on the little bit of skin that he managed to take out of it, you see some of the wounds around his face and body begin healing up.
My arrow pops out? Yes!
Yeah, and then he swings again with his great axe for his third attack and hits again for his maximum damage that he can dish out.
All right, well, I didn't like that at all from the ghost boar, so I'll go after him. Try to take a big whack at his head with my axe.
All right, that hits him right in the forehead.
Yes, and I'll take a second whack.
He doesn't like that.
Yeah, well, I don't like him. All right, that's all I got. I'll growl at him a little too.
All right. This guy's busy eating. He doesn't care yet. He's got that big trough of you're not quite sure what. So is this one. This guy, however, comes over and begins slapping all of them.
There's
And
no boar slapping in D&D. What?
getting them all turned around and pulling them away from the trough. So this one reluctantly, after being smacked, decides to come and join the fight. But the way is a bit narrow, so he can't really get by. So he's stuck. He runs up by his buddy, and they're squealing and pushing into each other. Top of round 5.
All right, so I'll go again. I was so upset about this guy. I'm just going to keep going.
Continuing to whittle away this guy. as the large ghost boar goes down.
That's right.
Briefly fades out of existence and then fades back. Actually, hold on 1 second. I need to check something.
Just kidding, he's not actually dead.
That's what I'm imagining.
Yep, just kidding.
Oh, dang it.
He's not actually dead. As he pops back up and screams in your face.
Is it still my turn?
Yes, it is still your turn.
Okay. I didn't know if he got special bacon moves or something.
Actually, he did have a reaction he should have used. That's all right. And this time it goes down. It does not fade out. It stays dead.
All right. I want to step over its corpse, but I don't. I don't want to cause a pile of tokens that cause problems.
I can move him.
I mean, I don't know how.
No, you can't. You can move.
I lied. I did want to cause problems, so second attack. Whoa! Why so many dice?
Because you were targeting one of the dead guys.
Oh,
But you hit Skewer, so. Yeah, you're still targeting the boar.
okay. Sorry. I'll just hit the clear
That's all
targets
right.
button.
You're good.
I want to make sure he was dead. And I wanted to hear the boar sound.
All right, so I see that there are a couple other boars as well as this other dwarf. I'm going to say a quick prayer to Sif. And I'm going to slide forward a little bit. If Skewer would like to take an op attack.
He absolutely would like to take an op attack. As he swings his great axe at you. Actually, no, he's going to try and bite you as you go by. But he misses. Kind of headbutts your arm, but that's all he gets.
All right, so customer service bot, Tyrion, and myself get a little bit of a oomph to our attacks and saving throws.
All right, Skewer is very unhappy to see customer support bot take down his favorite mount.
I blow him a kiss, but I don't have lips, so it's very weird.
He turns around and begins raging at you. And he swings his battle axe a couple of times. First time, slamming into your leg. Kind of hits you right above the knee for minimal damage. Swings back again. Again hitting. This time for max damage he can do. And he doesn't really think biting you will do him much good. So he's going to bite Tyrion instead.
Does that trigger my sentry thing?
It would,
Or
yeah.
sentinel? Cool.
Does that mean you get an attack on him?
Yeah, I'll share it. Just
Yep, that's good. Did you target him? So that was a hit.
Sorry about that.
No good.
I poke him.
All right. So he did still manage to bite Tarion, and did 8 points of damage. And again, you see him heal a bunch. Blink.
All right. Let's see here. Blink. He's not sure he can get a clear shot at this guy. So he's gonna run up to there and try to shocking grasp him. Nice. And he also, because of that, cannot take reactions. And so I will just step back 5 feet.
Okay.
Get out of the way a little bit. And I will have the cannon just give out some temporary hit points from right there. So I am done.
All right. This.
Nine.
This guy squeezes in to get into this space. So he's actually squeezing right now. Let me apply the squeezing condition to him. He doesn't care because he's a wild boar.
Oh, he's probably just
And-
just going to town.
Yeah, he's just trying to have fun. He's going to try and trample a customer support bot with his, and hit him with his tusk. But he misses because he has disadvantage because he's squeezing. That'll also mean, Sir Tegas, you are now squeezing as well. Since he's shoving up into your space. This guy runs, can't do anything, so just stay there.
So squeezing is not on the conditions in the PHB. What does it mean?
Squeezing is you grant advantage on attacks and you have disadvantage on attacks. Basically, you can go to one size smaller, like through a medium creature can fit through a hole designed for a small creature. I'll add
You
that
also
to
have dexterity on dexterity saving throws while
Right.
squeezing.
Dexterity checks.
Oh,
Make
is
a
a
saving
check.
throw.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
getting
it
out of the
can be
way
a
of a
check.
fireball is not easy when somebody's sitting on you.
Yeah.
So Quintus going to shoot this guy with his longbow. I didn't think I took it last time, but Tyrion's raging now, so I got a -2 to hit. Twang!
He's jumping up and down, waving his battle axe.
I got him. And
Ouch.
as a bonus action, I'm gonna do nothing.
All right. So this guy, he comes running. Trying to get around. But he had to dash to get there. All right. So this guy is going to attack Sir Tegas. Again with his tusk. And even with advantage, Sir Tegas manages to duck out of the way. So Giant Boar 28 ends up poking Giant Boar 12 in the butt with his giant tusks. And this one finally sees everybody run over there to fight, and he decides, I'm still hungry. And he turns around and continues eating.
That's my favorite one.
Ho! Quint's going to shoot his arrows again. Dang.
Ouch!
Pincushion.
All right, Tusk again at Certegos because everybody's all packed in tight. And still can't hit nothing. He ducks out of the way.
Blink is not going to move from his little cubby hole here in the corner that he's found. So he's just going to try to firebolt this this guy in front of Tarion. Is that a clear shot?
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
He's slightly elevated up 6 inches from Tarians.
Yeah, the cannon does some more temp hit points, and I'll be done.
All right, so this guy comes in. He realizes that other boar back there is ignoring him, and he starts cursing him in Dwarvish. But he comes over to help Skjor and attacks customer support bot. Tries to target him anyway. Pulls out his great axe. He does go reckless because he's an idiot. But that's okay. So he goes reckless and attacks customer support bot, slashing him, smashing into him. Probably going to do 0 damage. Oh, 1. He got 1.
All right, so I don't like being squished. I'm going to try. Well, I don't have the strength to do anything like that. Would I be able to? How high is the ceiling? Would I be able to try to do some sort of parkour over the back of this boar?
You couldn't. No, you couldn't move through its space. It's a large creature. I mean, it's bigger than you, considerably. If we were playing with the optional rules in the DMG, then there's a acrobatics check to get through an enemy square, but we're not playing with those right now.
All right, so
He
I'm
could
going to
squeeze through his square, right?
lash out.
He's already squeezed.
Why can't he move up 1 square? Oh, never
Because
mind.
he's surrounded by
I didn't have
NPCs.
his token selected, so I couldn't see that I was looking around the corner. It's gonna have to make him strips of bacon. It'd be easier to get through the square then.
That's all I can do.
All right, Skjor likes that his buddy is there to help him. And he is going to take a step right to there. He does not like the fact that this little thing came up and shocked him. So he's going to take a couple of swipes at you with his great axe. And you are not currently injured. And that makes a difference. Wow.
That would trigger my sentinel again.
Yep. He goes all out, all 3 attacks missing. If he's fighting somebody who has at least 1 hit point of damage, then he gets advantage on all his attacks.
And Blink like hides behind his shield, and as he misses with the final attack, just like sticks his head up over the shield and laughs at him.
as a glaive comes penetrating from the back of his head and sticks out his mouth.
Thanks for distracting him, little one. I'm going to try to throw a blink at the other dwarf as a distraction.
How did prone get applied?
That's one of the extensions. I had it so it automatically adds it. Whenever you go unconscious, it automatically adds prone.
Well, unconscious has prone condition in it.
Yeah, but when you remove unconscious, you're still prone.
On a NPC?
And then you gotta,
Okay, that
then you gotta
happens
stand
once
up.
in a while.
Well, it's more for PCs, but yeah.
Oh, if it's cool, that's cool. Yeah.
He's gonna attack and wah 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 because he's squeezing. And there's really nowhere he can go because he can't get by.
Yay. I'm going to go after the Reaver Dwarf. I like to kill things that kind of look like me.
Humanoid. Or bipedal. Ew. Still hit.
Still a hit with that bless.
#blessed.
These guys are only wearing hide armor. They have an AC of 13.
I softened them up for you.
They're cannibal dwarves. Are they also like cannibal armorers? Like, so are they wearing their buddy? That's
Well, that's their boar hide that they.
All right, I'll move up and try to go after this guy, and I'm going to be like, I think your decorative slacks are quite ugly.
I just took them off someone last week. His legs were delicious. All right. Giant boar gets bored. That was not a.
I thought he was going to start flying.
Yeah, I hit Alt instead of Shift, and but he is hungry, so he's gonna head back to the trough.
All right, so this thing is almost down. So I'm going to try to finish him off with my blade.
Aw. It's almost a crit.
That's a hit. As the last Reaver Dwarf goes down, there's just a couple of violent.
All right, so I want to
boars.
move past into his square.
Mhm.
So Mr. Squeeze can take
Yep.
attack of opportunity.
And he will.
I'm going to keep moving all the way around.
He's going to provoke a sentry.
Yep. He
He
doesn't
might have
get
already
anywhere
used
close.
it this round, though.
Oh yeah.
I thought he'd attacked him since the last time he used it.
I think it's just once around, though.
It's a reaction.
Right. Every time you take a turn, it resets. So if you've
Yeah.
taken your turn since the last time you used it, you can use it now.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
It's a little crowded up there, huh?
All kinds of things in the way.
I think I still got a -2 to hit. What do you think?
Yes. He's a big creature.
He's up on the top of the steps there, and an arrow comes flying up there.
Twang! Right in his shoulder hump.
23, nice.
Yeah, he really didn't like that.
I wanna cook this giant boar. So I'm gonna firebolt him and see if I can get that started.
Okay.
I don't think there's any way we're gonna keep Blink from eating some of these boars.
Burn all the hair off of him,
I mean-
so he's ready for skinning.
I'm sure there's some rats around that he'll eat too.
And yeah, I don't want the cannon to get in the way, so it's fine there, and I'll do 10 hit points again.
Isn't the cannon tiny?
It's
I think
small.
it's small, yeah.
Small. Okay.
Man, I love Bless.
Bless saves the day again. This pig is starting to freak out, and it doesn't like the fact that everybody around it is slashing at it. So it begins running, and everybody it goes by is going to get an op attack as it gets out to there. So everybody
Quits.
Yeah, he's scared to death right now.
I just kind of hold my glaive out, and he slices his entire side as he runs by.
Blink's the only one who misses.
I just kind of whack him with my wand as he runs by.
Too distracted trying to cook the other one. And he is going to attempt to tusk Quint as he sees there really isn't an escape, it's just water, and he can't swim. And he
Ow.
hits.
Get off my temporary hit points.
And he smashes into you, absorbing all but 3. And you make your save, so he is not able to knock you prone. As he looks to be running towards the boat. And this guy's just sitting at the trough. So is this one?
For now.
They're happily eating.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go after them, and I feel bad for this guy that just wants to get away from us, you know?
He shouldn't have started.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, I guess I'll go try to put this guy out of his misery. I mean, that's the thing. He's so bloody, he's probably going to die anyway. It's really like mercy killing at this point.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. So, let's see. I probably don't want to be in his same spot, do I? I'll go down there instead.
Let me put him in a square there.
Does your weapon
Okay.
have mercy engraved on it?
It's a mercy killing. Oh, and you just
Oh.
barely miss.
I've been attacking with my wrong weapon the whole time so far. I don't know. It's at the top. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, you still managed to kill it. As you catch him right in his hindquarters and sever his spine, and he falls to the ground, twitching.
I'm sorry.
So we're kind of. How do you want to do this? They're ignoring you for now. So what do you want to do?
I'm going to try animal handling, which I'm terrible at.
Okay. What would you like to do for animal handling?
I'm going to shout out, "It's okay, Piggy,"
It's
so they stay calm and keep eating.
In what
it's okay,
language?
Piggy.
In uh, in that mechanical gear forge language, I know. A bunch of clicking and grinding noises.
Click, click, whir.
I'm gonna get closer so they can hear me before I do it, and then I'll make the loud clicking and whirring noises.
Okay. They completely ignore you.
It worked, guys. We're fine.
Going back, pick up my lamp.
Okay, I'm gonna turn off token lock. Is anybody gonna attack them?
No, we got plenty of pork already.
All right, so I'm gonna turn off token lock and push this.
All right.
I would like to spend a moment harvesting some meat off of this boar that I just started cooking.
Go for it. Let me describe this room again for you all. A fire burns in a niche against the north wall of this cave, beneath a natural chimney. Bedrolls and furs sit in piles along the wall between the northwestern entrance and the fire. To the southeast are a pair of trestle tables, their tops covered with drinking horns and kegs, flanked by long split log benches. A pair of long troughs, their edges stained red, sit against the southwest wall. Spots of crimson puddle beneath the troughs and fleck the wall behind. The wall south of the troughs holds the entrance to another tunnel. And as you get closer, you're looking into the trough. You see there are some chunks of unidentified meat. Every once in a while, the boars will bite down on those. In addition to filling, kind of half filled with a reddish liquid. Smells a lot like a butchery.
It's people who pissed off the mob. That's what. So Quint goes up to the steps and kind of checks, looks into the other room to see if there's anything.
Okay. So checking this room. Get that description. All right, so you peek on into this room, and to one side of the cave, furs lie in a heap between an iron-bound chest and a small fire. Right, kind of here. Here's the chest is up against this wall, and then the fire. A large pile of dried kelp covered in coarse hair sits against the opposite wall. Tunnels sit at the northeast and southwest walls.
Oh. There's a set of stairs to nowhere.
When you get there, you notice that there is a secret door there that leads outside.
To the beach.
To the beach, right where you were previously. That's how they get in and out. That's why the dwarves were out there, and they didn't go in through the boat entrance.
Well, Quint's gonna creep open the secret door and make sure there's nobody left on the beach.
There is nobody left out there. In
Okay.
fact,
Nice. So what's in the chest? Quint's gonna go check out for traps.
All right. So you go ahead and check for tracks. Give me a roll.
Investigation?
Yep.
I guess I should have done that in the tower.
That's okay because you search the thing and you find no traps.
Is it
Give me 1
locked?
second. Yes, it is locked.
So he will break out some thieves' tools, since no one found a key on anybody.
Before you do that, I forgot to mention because for whatever reason they put the description lower on the page. Sitting on top of the iron-bound chest is a scroll that looks to be made of some form of leather.
Oh, I'll hand that to Blink.
So you touch it.
Yes.
All right. So
Uh-oh.
you pick up the scroll, and this is what you see. There are 3 wax seals that held it closed. All 3 seals have been broken. The first seal is a skull pressed in red wax. The second is a mouth of fangs pressed in white wax. And the last is a bear's paw stamped into black wax.
Some kind
Anybody
of
who wants to give me a religion check,
scroll.
if you would like.
Quint's like,
Trying to
this
find my
world's religion is...
tower disappeared. Oh, I found it.
All right. Well, oddly enough, Quint and customer support bot figure out who these symbols belong to.
No, not Quint. That was my investigation.
Oh, that was your investigation. Well, customer support bot does. So he remembers these symbols are used by 3 of the dark deities. The goddess Morena is the one in red. The god Vardison is the one in white. And the one in black is a god named Chernobog. So you've encountered denizens or worshippers of Morena all throughout Morgau when you were invading. The god Vardison is the god of the ghouls. And let me pull up his little description. Vardison is called the ghoul god of the bottomless maw, lord of the unending thirst, the hunger god, the unsated god, devourer of souls. And he is the patron god of the Darakul, or the ghoul nation. And the last one, Chernobog, is titled the Black God, Lord of the Night, Master of Men, Architect of Disaster, the God of fears and fires, and is the patron of betrayers and murderers, whose symbol is that of a boar's paw, or a bear's paw, excuse me, boar's paw. So that is what the scroll looks like.
So this is kind of representing that 3 different factions have looked at this thing?
Not necessarily 3 different factions looked at it, but it was sealed by each of the 3 factions.
It's important.
Blink will take it from Quint and open it up.
All right. As you unroll it, it opens up, and you notice that the skin that it's made out of, at one point you begin to realize you think this is human. You're not sure, but it looks awfully like it were, taken from somebody's chest. And written in blood on this letter is the following. It says, "You have been judged worthy to attend and stand witness to the blood wedding. By this ritual we bind the devouring worm and the red goddess in dark matrimony under the auspice of the Lord of Night. Thus we multiply their glory in the realms beyond and increase the power of their followers here on Midgard. Make your way to the Midnight Temple. The ceremony takes place the night of the next new moon. When the pact is complete, we shall celebrate with a glorious and bloody feast, worthy of sating all the faithful who attend."
Who the hell's the devouring worm?
That's Vardison. That's the god of the ghouls.
So the god of the ghouls and the red goddess are going to get married.
Yep.
Is there a date on this?
It says the next new moon, which you know to be in about 27 days.
Okay.
So a little under a month.
Lots
Is
of
there
time.
a date on this scroll? It could have been 3 months ago.
You do not see a date. No.
I want to sit down with the scroll and cast Identify as a ritual just to make sure there isn't anything else spooky going on with it.
Okay. There is not anything spooky. It's exactly what it purports to be.
All right.
All right.
Well, we should take it with us anyway, just to be safe. So I'll stick that in my my pack.
All right. And Quint, you said you were checking out the chest, right?
Yeah, I didn't see any traps, but I want to try to unlock it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a thieves tool. It's a DC 15. Since none of you searched Skior that
For the
has the key.
There.
We're
Oh,
super
yeah,
good
there
at
you
D&D,
go.
you guys.
Quint's like, hey, look. He just like clicks the one number over on the thing and makes them all like 1111. Click.
666.
Yeah.
Oh, it popped right open. Yep. So it pops right open, and it's a nice, good, solid chest. And when you pop it open, there's a pile of coins that is there. You see 6 platinum, 153 gold, 602 silver, and 85 copper. There is also some items sitting in there. There is a bloodstone circlet. There is a mahogany harp with brass strings. There is a vellum scroll which contains the written saga of the northern hero Hjalmar and his battle with the great ice serpent of Grokheim. That is held in a tooled black leather case chased in gold. There are 12 pounds of silver trade bars and 2 potions of healing. So let me throw all of that into.
How much Electrum is there?
There is exactly 0. Because we don't use Electrum.
Well, we have an Electrum piece in the party sheet.
Yeah, and it'll never get distributed.
Do I have any on
There,
my...
all that's been added to the party sheet. So that's what was in the iron-bound chest. There's the fire, there's the bed, there's or not the bed, the furs that he was sleeping on.
Quint's gonna put the trade... Whoops. The trade bars in his bag of holding.
Okay.
For selling later.
Now, Quint, as you're standing there next to that big pile of furs, they look pretty nice. They're actually like very high quality. It's weird, but this Reaver Dwarf dude had a really expensive looking furs on his bed.
Well,
I already have 3 potions of healing, so I don't know if.
Quint's got 5.
I've got 4.
All right, I'll take one of them.
Yeah, I still can't use them, so.
You can
Yeah, but you can
pour
give
them
them to
down the
us.
guy's throat that's
But I
unconscious,
don't
maybe.
want to.
Right? That's different. That's totally different.
All right, I'll take one and throw it at one of you, I guess.
I think you should have like a little storage like thing down here, and you have to like vomit in their mouth with the healing
Like
potion.
a baby bird.
Yeah, yeah. Like
I would like to cast detect magic as a ritual, mostly to check out these the stuff that was in this chest, but then also, to just do a quick sweep of this cave and make sure there isn't anything we might have missed.
Okay. When you check out the stuff that was in the chest, you don't see anything, but you noticed kind of peeking out from underneath the furs, you get the distinct glow of magic. And you
yeah,
think there may be stuff in there.
Quint's like checking out the furs and stuff, and picks it up,
Yeah.
and and he sees it glowing.
So there is some high quality furs there, and you see they are worth like 750 gold.
Yeah, Quint's rolling those up and putting them in the bag of holding.
There's some humanoid bones, some minor knives and carving tools on the floor. I think they might have been doing scrimshaw carving into human bones. Um, and one shin bone has been worked into a scroll case with elaborate scroll work carved into its exterior. Uh, so that's worth 50 gold, as long as you don't mind the fact that it's made out of a human shin bone. Um, wrapped in a
Those are
bear
prized
skin,
possessions in the Shadowfae.
wrapped in a bear skin and kind of shoved underneath a little ways. This is where the glow is coming from. You find a long sword and a shield, and there are some distinctive runic patterns on the shield's border and the sword's scabbard that mark them as a matching set. And on the back is written a message kind of crudely carved into the wood on the inside of the shield, as if the writer carved it in a hurry with whatever thing they had at hand. And written in the northern tongue, it says, I believe Sortegas speaks the northern tongue, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So written in the northern tongue, it says, "If you find this, I beseech you to return my shield and blade to my shield sisters in Huldromose. Tell them Rangrid Iron Eyes did well."
That's the one just across the strait, isn't it?
Yes.
The strait being the water. Okay.
Tell them she
I will.
well. Sorry.
We are asking. This is asking them to return their shield. Looks like it is a blade. Another blade of Sif.
All right. Do you want to hang on to those then,
What's up, Rob?
Sortegas?
I can barely lift it.
We're playing
If
D&D.
someone else would carry it, that would be appreciative.
Thank you for the cheer biddies.
What's up, Rob?
What up?
Game got canceled.
No Fury to run it, maybe?
Maybe.
Yo.
Yeah, they're just here ripping off some cannibals.
So, this harp, who's like musically inclined?
Anybody?
Nobody? Right, Quint's gonna put it in the bag of holding. Unless
All
we
right.
want to ID it first at some point.
They should all be ID'd. Is it not ID'd?
They are the mahogany harp with brass strings. If it's magical, it's not ID.
It's not magical. The only thing magical are the shield and the sword.
All right, so Quint's gonna. I mean, well, this harp. I mean, it's not like a big ass freaking like 8 foot tall harp or something, is it?
No, it fit in the chest, so
Oh, that's
it's
right.
kind of like a lyre.
All right, so Quint throws it in the bag of holding. The invitation. Did Blink want to carry that?
Sure, I can take that.
And Scrimshaw scroll case. Quint's not too. He can probably sell that somewhere. Maybe not too.
I'm gonna go search all the bodies of the dwarves that we just kind of walked by earlier.
Question on the party sheet: do you guys see the weight as a new field?
Yes.
That was just added as an extension, so that you can see the weight of each item before you take it.
Oh yeah, up there.
There's a new column for that.
I saw that 20 pounds of furs.
Yeah, there's a lot. That's why it's 750 gold worth of otter and mink and.
Can somebody like wield these weapons until we find the owner?
No, I already have a magic shield, and I don't use swords, so.
I already have a +1 longsword. I don't know what this one is.
It's a +1.
Yeah, I already have one.
All right, I'll put those in to. Does it say on there?
Yeah, there should be in the description. The message.
I'm going to look at these steps. Are they going up or down?
They are going down, and there is a secret entrance that goes outside through there. That's how they would come and go, rather than, when they park their boat out there.
So we were sent here to retrieve something. Is this a woman's shield and sword what we were looking for?
When you were sent by Jagoda, they didn't know what you would find. You received that there was dark portents, and the only hint, the only clue, was that you would find it at Reaver's Cave. But their prophecies had been blocked by the dark gods. And after Reaver's Cave, Jagoda suggested that you might head to Huldramose.
That's good. We have to deliver this sword and shield there too. So 2 quests with 1 location.
Inside the cave where the water is, does it keep going well to the north?
It does, but not, maybe another 100 feet or so. But there's no other, livable area. It's just a sea cave that goes back. There's no other boats in there.
John, I want to go check the bodies of the dwarves.
Okay. Each of them is carrying a great axe, and the Skjor is carrying a small iron key.
Hey guys, I found this key. I wonder what it's for.
He's like, Quint's like, it could have been for that crappy lock. Actually, Quint will take the key and the lock. Screw it, you never know when you need it, unless it's
Take
part
the whole
of the chest. Unless the lock is part of the chest.
Yeah, it's built into the chest. You can take the whole chest if you want.
No, I don't want the chest.
Can we use thieves' tools to relock the chest?
Yeah, well, we have a key.
Yeah, so
put the key inside it first.
Exactly. Put the key inside the chest and then lock it.
What's in the crates? Just supplies?
Yeah, it's just food supplies. It looks like, stuff that they'd collected for doing raids.
So,
Nothing of value.
what are we gonna do with those 2 boars? Just let them starve?
Well, you notice they're not at the troughs anymore. In fact, when you peek on them, they're munching on the corpses of the dwarves.
I don't know if they can fit, but we could leave. Well, I guess they can't get out anywhere, can they?
I mean, we could put them on the boat and kind of push them out. Maybe somebody find them.
Just let them float.
I can see like a bunch of sailors that haven't eaten. They're like starving to death, and this thing comes floating out with 2 hogs on it. Quint's like, I think we should take a short rest. Take a little break right here for a little bit. Maybe, Blink, you can cook up some of that meat for yourself. Quint peeks in the trough and then looks at the pigs and then...
There's already meat cooked outside.
Yeah. No. Quint doesn't want to eat any. He is going to consume one of his rations in this short rest, too.
All right, yeah, you guys, if you want to take a short rest, you have no problem getting a short rest. I'll go ahead and push that.
Yeah, I think I'm
And
just going to burn.
Still mid-morning. The captain of the Osprey said he'd be back, later in the day. Since you guys came in by rowboat, you can row back out, and they'll pick you up. They're kind of parked just out a few hundred feet.
All right.
Tyrion ever get healed?
I never saw it in the chat. So
Did Tyrion get a potion of greater healing?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
it's not showing up on my chat thing. That's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't show up in
Huh.
her chat window.
Strange.
Yeah, that's super weird.
There you go.
Well, thank you.
Ooh, nice roll too.
Oh yeah, that was a good roll. All right, so you guys sit through. You relax a little while. The boars just keep munching away. There's not going to be much left of these corpses. They don't. They seem to be like bottomless pits. They just keep consuming.
So is he able to dress and get some of this meat?
Absolutely, you can cut it up and recover, easily 5 days worth of rations from it. Plenty of good meat on them.
I couldn't, but well, I could cut it, I guess. But
Blink could, certainly.
Blink is a man.
Oh yeah, I'll do that, and cook it up kobold style for anybody who wants it, which is mostly just like letting it fall in the charcoal and cooking it that way. Like,
Burnt to a crisp.
Extra
Yeah.
burnt.
You have to put
I'm
it
going
out
to,
several times.
Stay to where outside, to where I can see and keep watch.
Okay. Nobody's coming by the Reaver's cave. So how long do you want to stay and watch?
Till we're ready to go for the hour.
Okay. You can go ahead and you guys can get ready to go then. Nothing else happens during that hour.
Yeah, we're good, right? Everybody's good? Let's get the heck out of here. We've already searched all the bodies and the whole place, pretty much, so...
Yep. But the only thing you didn't search extensively was the boat outside. But
yeah, we can do that on our way out.
And the
Check it out.
bottom of the
We-
ocean here.
we-
CSB can go start doing a grid search. See what was dropped in the bottom.
Is the boat in good order?
Yes, the boat is. The boat is a type of ship called a carve. I will show you that.
It's the same
looks
kind
kinda
we're
like
on,
this.
isn't it?
Yeah, similar. And there's food. There's 3 days worth of rations. Mostly some kind of jerky. You're not sure what kind of meat the jerky is, but there's jerky and 6 heavy crossbows and 60 bolts. And
Yeah. What's left of the crew could definitely use that.
Why don't we just take the whole boat?
Yep.
yeah, you've got
We just-
2 boats.
Yeah, we'll just tow that with us. Get some ropes or tow the rowboat or whatever makes sense. Quint's like, I'm not very nautical.
All right. So go ahead and who's getting in the boat
Well,
and who's getting in the other boat?
well, is this more of a sailboat kind of thing, or is it a rowboat too?
This one's a sailboat. The other one's a rowboat.
I think we need to row it out. So Quint will try to drive it, the rudder or whatever.
All right.
If somebody can tow.
I can tell you're an experienced sailor because you said drive it.
Right.
Drive the boat. Blink, which boat are you going to be in?
Oh, where am I most needed? I don't know. I'll jump in the new boat with Quint.
All right.
I'll help row the other boat.
All right. And Sir Tagos.
I will go with Tyrion.
Okay. So when you jump into the boat and begin taking off, the water, as the boat kind of shifts and slowly kind of begins to pull away, you notice the water right next to you seems to glow for a second as runes light up around the base that were just under the water that none of you noticed. And we're gonna do this.
He should
As
move that
this
dice button
large-
to the bottom, maybe. That would be better.
Which dice button?
On the roll for initiative thing.
Oh, that's a core RPG thing. That's not even a 5e. That's not part of the extension. That's just
Oh.
the standard manual roll window. As this large wave of water rises up next to the boat and gets to go first. Trying to see what abilities this thing has. All right, so this thing surges up and into Quint's space and actually engulfs Quint as it washes over, and Quint is now completely inside this large body of water as it comes up over the side of the boat. So Quint gets to take a saving throw, which he fails, as the water inside this thing begins slamming into you from all sides.
As a reaction? when he hits me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna misty step out of there to the back of the boat.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's dim light, right?
Yes, in here is dim light.
That is his. Immediately after you take damage, you can use a reaction. Imagine become. Oh, never mind. I got it mixed up. I don't do that. I can become invisible. That's not gonna help me.
Ah, okay. Yeah, well, you can be invisible inside it,
Yeah, no.
as you are also grappled. So you are restrained and unable to breathe.
All right, I'll let you know when my 3 minutes is up, so I actually try.
Yeah, no kidding.
What's my con? Let's see. It's a 13, so maybe a minute.
Alrighty. And so that's what it does on its turn.
Does it clean him at all?
You feel like you're getting a nice scrubbing as the water is pounding into you.
All right, so so this is all like closed off, right? Walls all the way around, and so
Yeah.
I think
So the rest of them can probably hear you gurgling.
I think Quint's gonna I think he's going to try to get his token. Can you get my token out from under there? There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Quint's
And
going
so you're
to
grappled and restrained, just as a
yeah,
reminder.
he's gonna misty step over to here as a bonus action
Okay.
using his misty step. Teleport up to 30 feet to an non-active space. You can see it's got to be dim over there, so I'm assuming that is.
Yep. That whole area is dim light.
And then shoot it
Alright, so
with his
you are
bow.
neither grappled nor restrained. Is that a action or that's a bonus
A
action?
bonus
to
action.
me? Cool.
Let me check one of those off. And shoot at it, I guess. And yell out, "Help!"
There we go.
I can't really pin
Wondered
him.
if anybody was going to say anything.
Well, actually, I go,
Start
"Help!"
puking up water.
Yeah. Let me just see if I can hit this thing.
Twang as your arrow slams into it.
Oh, it does do some damage. And Quint's going to pass his turn. I don't think he's going to move anywhere.
All right, you see this giant wall of water engulf Quint, and then he poofs out of this.
I don't even know if he knows that I poof behind him. He turns
Yeah.
into a shadow almost.
I don't know where he went, but man, you guys must have rolled terrible because I think Blink. I think I rolled like a 4, so not good initiatives. But I'm going to. I'm sure fire is going to do like nothing to this guy. Let's. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire at this thing. To try to.
Get me
Yeah.
sneak attack?
Yeah. All right. See if that works.
No.
Oh. All right, so it succeeds, and I'm gonna run away a little bit, but not too far, because as I'm running, I see Quint like standing on the edge of the dock as I
He's
like jump over
coughing
the side
and
of the
yelling. Water creature. I don't know if he knows what it is or not.
Alright, so I'll say, hey, you hear that? Let's get, move the boat forward. I'm going to hold my sacred flame until they move up just a smidge or until I can see it. And
Okay.
then I'll blast them.
Are you in customer support bot rowing?
Yeah, we were holding hands while we did it.
Yes.
For bonding.
So, yeah. So can I row the boat up?
How far forward do you want to row it?
Just me. I guess enough so we can see to start with.
Alright, Atomic Hero Squad, thanks for hanging out, man.
So, all right, Sertegas, your thing would go off.
Alright, and the cave lights up a little bit as this light comes down.
And then I'm gonna see what's going on and be like, do you guys just wanna leave the boat and run away? Maybe you guys could go through and we could meet you on the beach.
Quint's like, I don't think you're gonna outrun it.
No?
I mean, I don't know how fast a rowboat is, but I would imagine a water elemental is pretty fast in the water.
Yeah, that's probably true. All right, fine. All right. So, how was rowing the boat the same as my regular movement speed, or
That would have been your action.
was okay?
It's a whole process to do
Sure.
that. Yeah.
So if that was my action, then can I kind of move over?
Yeah,
so
you can let go of the oars and move around
and
the boat,
move,
or
or I
jump
could
out of the boat,
jump in the water.
Mhm.
Can you still walk on top of it?
I can. All right. So then let's see. This would.
I'm picturing that Jesus lizard. Have you seen that one where it runs and it kicks its legs up real high?
Yeah. I'll just like run and stand in the water and be like, yeah, look what I can do.
All right.
All right, I have my ring of swimming, so I can't go above, but I can go there, which I have a glaive. I'm not sure, is he up on the boat? Could I hit him from where he is?
Well, he technically was right there, covering Quint, and then Quint left.
Okay, well then I'll use my action surge to take a second, get up on the boat, and then I'll just
Okay.
smack him about.
Next time, you should upgrade to a bugbear arms. That way you'll be able to reach.
Yeah.
We just have to
5 foot.
desecrate a corpse. Blink.
Okay.
He's like, again?
Another one? All right, you start splashing water all over the boat.
Starts to fill up with water.
No, don't get the boat wet.
Don't sink our new boat. The DM doesn't want to make another token.
The boars, they're gone.
They're
They're
munching.
there. They're just eating. All right, Sertegas. You're feeling a little shaky now. Nobody's rowing the boat. They just dove out, left you alone on the boat while it's rocking and tilting back and forth.
Yeah, because they all jumped out of the boat and everything.
I tried to flip it when I jumped out.
Harrion just jumped straight out and started running. CSB did a dive.
Yes, but it's too far away to do anything except Lassa has. Oh, we took a short rest, yeah. So.
Yep.
It's failed again though, so.
Yeah, he's not particularly dexterous. Up and out on the boat the way he is.
Steam starts rising from it.
Well, Quint's gonna get another arrow and try to twink one into this guy. Not with that.
Twang.
I think that's actually
Splashes in the water next to Tarian.
I think he's
You made a
gonna
float, right?
I think he's gonna make his way to the other end of the dock
Okay.
and pass his turn.
All right. The water elemental moves into customer support bot's square and engulfs him. He makes him make a save. And he manages to make the save.
Yeah, I'm not dishwasher safe, so.
And because of that, you are not grappled and restrained. You are still in its space, so you can't breathe, but you are not restrained. Not that
Yeah, I
you
don't
need
breathe
to breathe
anyway.
So yeah, you were just kind of in the middle of it. You're kind of like a blender filled with water. With your glaive in the middle of it.
Does that give me advantage on attacks? Because, like, I can't miss?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to miss.
All right. Blink is going to run up and he looks at customer support bot and says, "Let me know if this hurts," and then tries to shock and grasp the water elemental. And I have advantage because I have allies adjacent to it.
Inside it.
Yeah, it's you know. Do I roll the damage as normal against the water elemental, John?
Yes.
Okay.
As fun as it would be, it doesn't transfer.
Great. All right. And it can now not take reactions, so I have 5 feet of movement left, so I will back up.
All right.
I'm good where I am. Can I attack it from here? I know it can't take reactions. I just kind of like the idea of.
You can totally attack it from there.
I don't believe it. I refuse to accept this roll.
How did that happen? It's just too slippery in there.
Use a Benny. Oh wait, wrong rule set.
That's American slang for benefits. It says that in the rule book, and I laugh every time. It's just, I don't know. It's a funny statement.
So I am irritated that because I just wanted to get out of here and now we have to fight this thing. So I'm gonna go into a rage of mild irritation.
You had a dinner date.
And then I'm gonna hit it with my longsword this time.
All right. Get mad at that water. So you cut the water multiple times.
Just slicing away at it.
Splashing all over Blink and Quint, just soaking wet now.
Quint's already soaking wet anyways. He was inside.
That's true. And Tarian starts us off again at the top of the round.
He's just raging.
Just so
mad.
angry.
Just really infuriating.
Stupid water.
Do halflings automatically get the Napoleon complex? I mean, is that part of their?
I think so. Every single one.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. As you splash water all over the place and customer support bot starts to rust as the water elemental is dead. And with that, we're going to take a 10-minute break.
It's a saltwater elemental.
Yes.
All right, 10 minutes. I'm going to start a timer. We're going to set that for 21:41. By the time I get it going. Something's wrong. There it goes. And I'm also going to put the slideshow on and put some pretzel music on. So go do your thing, but get back here 10 minutes for the second half. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, we are making our way back to the table. I'm gonna stop the music, stop the countdown, and turn it over to Manikiri. Let's.
All right. So you guys have successfully retrieved this boat, so you can take that with you. Um, it's a little bit slower and it's a little bit unsteady because none of you are really, sailors. But you only have to go about 200 feet, so you manage not to screw up too badly. You don't sink the boat or anything. And you get back to the captain. So, where to now?
Two arms, two arms. To Holdermoss.
Huldramoos.
Holdermoss.
All right. So, just as a reminder of the path that you are currently on, you guys traveled here from Jost all the way up to Reaver's Cave. And next, he describes the passage that will go out from Reaver's Cave, kind of down around this south end, and then up to Huldramoos. Now, Huldramoos is actually inland, so he is going to take you to a place called Marsh Hollow, which is right in this bay. And then once he drops you off, he says he intends to head to Wolfheim to try and drum up some more sailors because a large number of them got killed um, on the passageway here. So he wants to reload his crew. Um, but if that's acceptable, that's the path that he would like to take to drop you off at Marsh Hollow.
How many days will we have before he returns, assuming that he's going to pick us up in the same spot he dropped us off?
Well, from here to Marsh Hollow takes about 4 days. And then from Marsh Hollow to head inward to Huldramoos is going to take you at least a couple of days, if not more. It's about 50 miles inland. And so, I can check back in a week or two to see if you guys have returned, but it probably won't. It'll be at least a week before you guys even get back, assuming you only spend a very short time there at Huldramoos.
Well, we're just dropping off a shield and a sword, right? That's the only thing we have.
Well, we don't know what was the location that they said in that letter? The Midnight Temple? We don't know where that is, do we?
You have no clue where the Midnight Temple is.
So if it's in the same direction, we might not be back for a while. But if we don't want to not have a ride if we have to go back in a different direction than need a boat. So maybe we should say, let's check for us in a week. And if we're not there, check for us in another week.
Actually,
Yeah, that's fine.
do we want to hit Wolfheim before we go? I mean, I don't. Quint doesn't. Just asking the question. We do have this other boat. We could drop that off.
Unless, do you think there's.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, do you think there's like a temple there or something who could give us some information about the Midnight Temple before we break off with?
Wolfheim is a Reaver city.
Okay.
So it's largely populated by Reavers. They do have trade, and you can safely enter it, but it's largely going to be filled with dwarves, who have no compunctions about putting you in the stew pot. They're not all cannibals, but they are pretty wild. Huldramoos, that whole area, that whole peninsula, is more dedicated to Sith worshippers, whereas the Wolfheim whole region is mostly Reaver dwarves. Now, the captain does say if you guys want to come to Wolfheim with me, we can sell that carve that you just recovered, we might be able to get get some money for it if you want to
How hard is it
split
to
the
tow? Is it a
proceeds.
pain in the butt to tow?
He says he wouldn't tow it. He would put a couple of his sailors on it, and then they would sail just kind of along behind.
So could we take it to the marsh, or what did he say it was? The harbor?
Marsh Hollow? Yeah, absolutely.
And leave it there, and then now we have a boat there in case we want it?
hmm It's a small boat. It's would not be super great for the deep sea, but
Traveling
it's
over
certainly
to Wolfheim, maybe not.
if you skirted the coast, it'd take you a little longer, but it's fine on coastal types of journeys. It just would be dangerous on deep sea.
It's a good backup plan, at least.
Yeah.
Just so we don't get
Just
stranded.
I would tell the captain in 210-day, if we're not back to the ship, or the ship's not gone, take it to Wolfheim and sell it. Right?
In 2 weeks from when I drop you off.
Yeah.
Well, but it's our backup thing, so maybe we don't want him to sell it, take it, because
Well,
then
if we're
we'd be
not back in
stranded.
2 weeks, we're dead, maybe.
Well, but the wedding is in like a month or almost a month. So if we continue going in other directions, we might be a month.
Well, that's true. Maybe 4 weeks then.
He says, "Well, I can check back at Marsh Hollow once a week for the next 2 months, and build up my crew again, get them trained, maybe do a few minor runs of goods, and if you don't come back in 2 months, then I'll consider the contract ended and get back to my normal deliveries."
And
That
So as
sounds
long
good.
All right.
as
and I
long as
think
the Nar is here, or the ship is here, the Carve, I'll assume you guys haven't returned.
and I think Quint will give some money to the captain. I think he's going to give him 10 gold.
Okay.
Well, I do have this bloodstone circlet. It's only worth 250 gold. I'm sure that the captain would love it if I just threw it at him violently.
He would absolutely love it if you want to give that to him. It would be a great way to help repair the ship.
Oh yeah, I'll put that back. It's 250. I'll just take it out of my inventory. Here you
Okay.
go, Captain. Now you look like me. I'm going to point to my circlet of blasting that it looks nothing like.
Puts it on his head. Doesn't fit at all. All right. So after getting it out, everybody gets in the boats. They manage to tow along the Carve behind you, and you guys get headed on the journey. It's a 4-day journey, and when you guys are kind of right around here, late on the second day, so it's like 6 p.m. or so, um, you guys are sailing, and you hear from both sides of the boat, you hear this odd sound.
Indigestion?
As you see small heads um, pop up out of the water, one to the left and one to the right of the boat. It almost looks like an eel head, except much, much larger.
A mana eel. Right? He's got like wings like a manta ray.
Yeah, and it's an aquamarine color, has a kind of a shark's head that tapers into an eel-like body. Um, and the one on the right side of the boat, the thin one, pops up and in a kind of very high pitched voice says, I am Ozkund, divine child of Segutan, the dragon god of time and the sea. You have dared to trespass upon our domain. The sea is ours, and all that trespass it must pay. Unless you pay the salt tax, my younger brother Methkos and I will sink this floating pile of garbage and feed your corpses to the creatures below. You must pay us 1/10 of all your goods and lives aboard the ship.
Did he say goods and lives?
Yes.
All right, yeah, that's not gonna go for us.
Yeah, we're gonna pay an assault tax.
How is the captain reacting to this?
I mean, he's nervous, but he really kind of isn't sure what to do. He looks to you guys and he's like, I don't want to lose any more crew.
Have we not traveled this way before?
Yes, I've heard of such creatures, these sea dragons. Typically, they are out in much deeper waters. These seem diminutive, tiny.
All right, I'm gonna jump up on this kind of on the railing or edge and like flex and try to intimidate them and say, we're mighty warriors, you don't want to mess with us, we will give you a percentage of our goods that we decide and none of our lives, or we will destroy you.
I'm
And
casting a lure on him.
okay, you cast a lure. All right, as soon as you cast, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, dragons don't like you using magic on them, do they?
It wasn't on him, it was on you.
Oh, it was on me.
Neither do halflings, but that's a different topic.
Blink pokes Quint and says, "Is it just me, or is Tyrion look kind of hot today?"
Right. So Tyrion, you say that, and this thing seems to think for a second. That is unacceptable. 1/10 of all your goods and lives aboard the ship. We are children of the dragon god. You must pay the salt tax. He seems a little flustered now.
I'm going. Like, does he just want any salt? Because I can give him 12 gallons of salt water right now, fresh from this alchemy jug.
Well, the salt tax was 10% of all the goods and lives aboard the ship.
I think he wants mayonnaise. I really think he wants mayonnaise.
Yes.
All right, so wait a minute, why did that?
Fried bologna and a mayonnaise sandwich. Yeah,
It
because we
didn't
have some board.
I got to clear it. What happened? We got to start off at the top of the round. I forgot to clear initiative last time, so the rounds are still counting from the water elemental fight. So Sir Tegas, you're first. You were gonna cast a lure. Like no actual combat has started yet. You're still talking.
Right, allure gives him a d6 bonus to his charisma check when he intimidates or influences or whatever he's doing.
Okay.
I'm talking to the captain and waiting. If one of these attack, then I will use my robes to do Sacred Flame.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to do another intimidation check, and I'm gonna jump down in the water and be like I said, we're mighty warriors. You don't want to mess with us.
All right, on your turn, you can do that.
Oh, okay. I got excited. I thought you said we weren't in initiative yet.
We are, but we're not actually in combat yet.
Sure.
But we're
Okay.
still kind
Gotcha.
of going through initiative order.
So, do I know anything about these kind of dragons or whatever they are?
Give me a nature check.
Okay.
You do know that they are a real species of dragon.
Mhm.
You know, they're true dragons in that sense. They just happen to live primarily in the sea, but you don't know a lot about like their culture or anything. They worship the sea god Sagotan.
Uh, I'll say to them, cousins, I have some wonderful meats that I have collected in my travels. Perhaps I could share those with you instead. And I say that in Draconic.
They both kind of perk their heads up. What kind of meats?
Oh well, recently I collected this boar meat, and he'll pull out one of the slabs of boar meat that he, cut off.
The dragon looks utterly disgusted with boar meat.
Well, what about and I'll reach into my hat. I'll take my hat off and I'll pull out a rat, and I'm like, "What about rats?"
Yeah, no. He looks even more disgusted.
At this point, Blink's starting to get offended. Like,
Uh, okay, so I'm gonna do that thing I said I was gonna do before. I'm gonna jump
Alright.
on the stand on the water and be like, "Yeah, let us pass."
Roll a d6 and then put that in the modifier.
Yeah, give me an intimidation check with the d6 modifier.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to do a modifier. Ooh, I got a 1.
You just roll it in the chat
Nice.
and then drag it to the modifier box
Yes,
and then roll
yep,
your intimidation.
yeah. Uh,
Okay, a 14. He doesn't seem intimidated.
I tried.
All right. This thing swims up to you and raises itself up out of the water, and you can see the fins along its back are actually acting like wings as it starts to fly and hover in midair, and it sucks in a breath and exhales a crushing wave of frigid seawater at the three of you. Why is customer support bot hurt? Oh, you haven't all healed?
I don't know if
I
he had enough to hit
I
points.
didn't want to use my last 2 hit die in case I needed them later.
Oh yeah, you didn't have a long rest. You just had the short rest. No. This is 2 days later, so all of you would have had a long rest.
Oh yeah, so our temporary hit points are
So
gone too. So
yeah, temp hit points would be gone, and
Spell points are back.
all
Well,
spell
spell
slots are
slots.
back. Yeah, all injuries gone. So you can manually do that, or you can wait
yeah,
until this very short fight will be over, and you can I can give you one then.
Yeah, Quint doesn't need anything. You can manually take off your temporary hit points on your main tab of your character sheet.
Oh, wait a minute. I grabbed the wrong one. It's not that one. Yeah, grabbed the wrong dragon.
He breathed the other way.
Yep. This guy comes and breathes this way, catching Blink and Quint and a couple of the sailors. As this torrent of cold water comes rushing through, Blink fails, Quint succeeds.
Wait, can I use Uncanny Dodge?
It is a dex save.
Right?
You haven't quite got it down like Marbanya yet. Spamming Uncanny Dodge.
Starting fifth level attack that you can see with an attack, you can use your reaction to half the attack's damage against. Yeah, that's like I can't use that. It's evasion that I could use, so that doesn't work. It's got to be an attack.
All right. Well, this wave of cold water comes rushing over you, and both of you are pushed overboard and knocked prone. So Quint is not knocked prone, but he is pushed into the water, and Blink is knocked prone.
How are you knocked prone when you're in the water?
He belly flops.
Yeah.
It just does the dead man float.
Yeah. Basically, he's all discombobulated and
you can
flipped head
actually
over
get
heels.
knocked prone while you're flying too. So.
And that knocks you out of the air. When you get knocked prone while you're flying, if you don't have hover, then you fall.
Yeah.
And that one sucks.
And you can only
As a
fall
flying
like
creature.
500 feet in a round or something, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's all. And then he pulls back to there. All right, Quint, well, you're in the water now.
I think evasion is higher level than I am. I think I get it at 8th, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Well, Quint doesn't want to be in the water, so Quint is going to get out of the water, and he's going to be... I'm going to call it... No, it lagged for a second. I'm going to call it 25 feet up.
Okay.
And he's going to ready a shot. No, I don't think I'll take a shot. I want to see if an arrow is actually going to affect this thing.
You hit.
All right.
Doing 12 points of damage.
And is it... I guess we should have asked this before. Is it bright sunlight? Do I have my...
It is dusk, but don't worry about it.
Sunlight sensitivity is cloudy or something? All right.
Yeah, it's cloudy enough. All right, so you fire an arrow at this thing, and you kind of lightly nick it. A little bit of blood dripping down his nose where the arrow kind of sliced a little, and it flies up and has this completely indignant look on his face. How dare you attack the divine children of Sagotan? Well, we shall withdraw. For now, rest assured I will tell Mummy what you have done, and you will all feel her wrath, as you see tears dripping down its face as it begins flying away.
That won't be a problem later.
That's not
Definitely not.
That's not going to come back to haunt us. Quint's like scratches his arrow off of his freaking inventory.
Yeah, it's it's off in the sinking in the water.
Yeah, I'm just going to. I'm going to try to intimidate the other one to run away too.
Okay. You can see he's already turning around.
Yeah, but I want it to be because of what I did.
Okay. It's very effective.
Yes, and stay away.
We'll be back.
But we're not going to be here when you come. This is a stupid threat.
And yeah, they both take off running. Are you guys going to pursue them or?
I think Quint wants to take another shot at one. Just,
Yeah, go for it.
I think he wants to shoot at the other one just because he blasted him with water.
Okay, yeah.
Uh,
He got blinked good.
ah, my hands are wet.
Wah, wah, wah.
Can they? How far can they get?
They have a fly speed of 60.
So I can probably get one more shot at long range disadvantage. maybe.
Yeah, you could probably get one at
All
disadvantage.
right, I'm just shooting
They're
at him, trying
dashing.
to keep him going. Get out of here! No soup for you.
I'll go over and lay hands on. Blink.
Nick
All
him.
right,
Let's give him a little love tap.
pull him
Thanks.
back up in
Yeah,
the water.
Blink climbs out of the boat, and
boat.
he still has the rat in his hand, and so he like rears back to throw it, and then looks at the rat and eats it.
Is it all stiff or is it like a live rat?
It's
No, it's
soggy
live.
now.
It's squeaking as he chokes it down.
No.
I think Quint's gonna like pull out one of his 5 potions and chug one down here real quick.
All right. Well, if you want to not waste the potions, I'm going to
Maybe
go
a
ahead and
hit
push a
die.
long rest.
Oh, a long rest. Nice.
Yeah. As the rest of the journey is fairly uneventful, this area is patrolled fairly heavily by the Reavers and the Huldra that sail and fish here. So it's fairly rare to have encounters. You guys just got lucky.
We rolled good on the D20. Yay!
Let me give everybody where did it go? A long rest.
Well, the evasion's 7th.
Is that one more level?
Yeah, that's next level. And my sneak attack is a 46. Nice.
Oh yeah, that is good. All right, so you guys continue on your journey to Marsh Hollow. And as I said, the rest of the trip is fairly uneventful. It's a kind of a smooth sail. The weather's good. Everything's looking nice. As you pull into Marsh Hollow, you enter into kind of a bay area, and you can see that there's a small farming, fishing village kind of at the mouth of this river. And Captain tells you that the river is called Shieldfall River, and the river itself runs straight up to Huldromose. Now, Huldromose is in a marshy area, so there's a lot of bogs and swamps. The water's everything's kind of wet there, so it's generally easiest to travel there by the river. But you'll have to see about, you know,
A barge or something.
yeah, finding some kind of a river craft that'll take you up there. But he takes you there to the Marsh Hollow, and he says, you know, by your agreement, he'll check back here every week for the next 2 months to see if you guys need to go somewhere. Otherwise, he will, if you're not back in 2 months, he will take the carve and sell it, and then return back to trading and consider his debt to Jagoda paid.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so you guys are able to disembark in Marsh Hollow. It's a small town, kind of a small fishing village. Um, you know, less than 300 people. Um, so if you guys want to sell stuff, you can sell stuff that's less than 100 gold or so. It's not a lot of money running around the village.
Quint wants to get some fresh arrows.
Yep, plenty available.
And let's see if there's anything we should.
Do they have any magic items for sale?
They do not have any here.
We're giving the bolts and the goods in the other ship to the captain as well, so he can sell the crossbows and the 60 bolts, or keep them for his crew, whatever he wants to do with them.
Why, is that on the party sheet? No. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Sell all that stuff. Do we want to sell this silver bars, gold ring, mahogany harp? That stuff here?
Nobody can afford anything if it's more than 100 gold.
Yeah,
If it's under 100, they can, but
Yeah, everything's under 100 that I just
okay.
listed. And oh yeah, I have some dust of dryness. It's pretty effective against water elementals. If you remember, you have it. Especially when you get sucked by them.
All right, let me set that to 100% because these are all kind of art objects. Cha-ching.
Pretty much
41 gold.
Pretty much what Quint was carrying around. Still have the 11 silver trade bars and the furs.
So you guys are here. I mean, the locals are kind of looking at you. They're happy to sell with you and trade with you. You're not Reavers, and so they're friendly, but they don't really know who you are or what you're doing, what you're here for.
We're traveling to Holdermos. What can you tell us? We need to seek transportation.
You need transportation?
Preferably
Holdermos?
on the river.
Well, you can buy a skiff, or you could pay one of the local fishermen. You could hire someone to take you.
Certainly.
It's about a 2.5 day journey, depending on weather.
I feel like being rowed. Or poled.
Yeah. None of us are really boat drivers,
The
so
skiffs are pushed by poles.
So I Quint looked out the window. Or poled? Does he see somebody out there with a pole?
He looks over at customer support bot. You could do this. You would be very good at it. That big long stick you're carrying.
Oh, no.
well, wait, no, this is a good idea. You can just wade in the river, and we'll
Push.
tie a rope to you and to the boat, and you can just walk along the river and pull us behind you.
So is there do we see like a fisherman that has like a big boat to fit all of us?
Yeah, there's fishermen that you can hire that'll have a skiff that can hold 6 people. So the fishermen and then the 5 of you.
Yeah, let's do that.
And there's plenty of people there if you want to hire them. So yeah, it's 25 gold. So if you
5
want to,
apiece?
everybody wants to pay 5 apiece. That's more than enough.
Sounds good.
All right, so you guys hire a local fisherman. Give me 1 second. Where'd the other map go? There it is. And so it's a 2-day journey, and let's see here. As you guys are poling your way up, it's beautiful weather. You've kind of passed through the middle of summer, and you're now kind of getting close towards the early set of fall. You've passed the midsummer worst of the heat, but being up north, you've hardly noticed it. And you guys are going on the skiff. Put you on the map here. And as you're going, the guy tells you that you're coming up on a small waterfall, and typically you have to porter. There's both a passageway on the north and the south end where you can porter up a little ravine that's collapsed, and then get above the falls, and there you'll be able to
I go over
put
here.
the boat in. Yeah, up here or up here are the two areas. But as you guys are coming around there, you hear a yell. Do any of you speak giant?
You have the language thing.
Yeah, and
It's probably
No.
faster.
Nope.
nobody. Okay, so you hear something yell, and that wasn't. So you hear something yell out, and you see something large stand up there, and he's kind of got a weird, funky looking shoulder that's kind of shrunken, and he's standing up, and he has this giant stone looking hammer in his hands. And he picks up a rock, and he gets ready to chuck it.
How fast is the river flowing right here?
It's relatively slow. It's a fairly shallow. You estimate at most it gets maybe 4 to 6 feet deep at the deepest, and it's a kind of a slow, languid flow.
And these rocky cliff face looking things are, I presume, cliff faces. But would we like be able to get out and walk over here?
No, the only place you could get out and connect to land would be anywhere around here, or here. You could climb up from there. This is a cliff. This is a cliff face. You could get from here. You could jump out and run up. Um, this side would be too high. This side would be too difficult. Except for Quint, maybe, because he can fly up. As this guy continues yelling and picks up a rock and chucks it at eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Quint, are you still flying?
No, I
think
mean,
so.
oh no, he wouldn't have been. No.
All right, he's going to chuck it at Blink as this giant rock comes flying down towards the boat. Why does he have disadvantage?
Long range, maybe.
I don't have range.
Oh,
Apparently I'm prone. Oh, from when I got knocked in the water in the last fight.
so he was laying down.
Yeah.
He was sleeping.
13. So that would have been a 19.
That does not hit.
That does not hit? Wow.
And my AC is 20.
Wow.
That's a quick little,
All
furry
right.
little guy.
All right, and this guy steps up. Come on, click. He steps out from behind a tree and is standing up at the top of the falls. It's about a 15, 20 foot waterfall, and you are out of his range, so he is gonna wait. Yeah, you are out of range. So he's gonna wait. All right, blink.
All right. Blink doesn't like these guys throwing that. He's gonna summon the cannon somewhere. Can I put it? It's weird because we're not like in squares. I want to put the cannon like where I
You
was,
can just put it
basically.
in half squares anywhere you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to put it towards the middle of the boat so that I can give
Okay.
out temporary hit points to everybody, and then I will do that and be done.
Okay. All right, and another guy steps up at the top of the falls, and he's not going to do anything because again you're still out of range. Sir Tegas.
All right, so I'm going to call upon Sif. Give me speed. I'm going to use my channel divinity. There we go. That is an action. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat, which I won't be able to use this turn. Oh no, it says when you cast this spell and then as a bonus action on each of your turns. So I can do it this turn. I can take the dash action. So I'm going to jump out of the water. He said it was about 4 feet deep.
Hmm.
Is it?
So it would be
How
difficult
much would it
terrain
take me? Okay. So
unless you
that
have
is
swim speed.
so.
This is a cool map.
Thanks.
All right. So that's 40 feet. 45 is my first initial movement. There you go. And I am jogging up the hill. And I will
All
pull
right.
out my Tegas.
Alrighty. You can see the water spray coming from that waterfall coming towards you.
Oh, sorry. Does Quint think that these guys were like trying to communicate briefly with us before they threw a rock?
You think this was more of an ambush than an attempt to communicate?
All right. Well, Quint thinks for a second because he's got a helm of comprehend languages in his bag of holding, and he
Okay.
squints.
Is he attuned to it?
It doesn't require attunement. You just have to
Oh, okay.
use an action and put it on. But instead of doing that, he's gonna shoot this guy, but he's gonna use his trick shot.
He's gonna have a -5
He's
shooting
also
up on
gonna
the guys behind
have
that. Yeah.
disadvantage too. So,
Yeah.
but he's gonna try anyways. Get an arrow off up there. Whoops! Action arrows. Some of his new arrows he got in town down there. Twang.
It curves a little bit because the arrows aren't actually straight. They're made by fishermen.
Yeah, they're made out of fish bones and stuff.
It's got seagull fletching.
And then I think he's going to. I think he's going to stay here and move over and try to help, like, pilot the boat. Right?
Okay.
Who's doing that now? Anybody?
The guy you hired.
Oh, that's right.
He's
Those are
pushing the
those
pole.
guys. Well, screw it then. So Quint's gonna. I think Quint's gonna take a movement over to here. Like, get behind that bush right there. Oops. So he flies over there.
Okay.
But he's on the ground. He's trying to stay as, like, low as he can, you know? He doesn't want to get a
Mm-hmm.
big boulder smashed in his face. That's what they're chucking, right? Boulders?
Yeah. Big old rocks.
That was it. I passed my turn.
All right.
It's the Blinkinator.
Tyrion.
All right. John, did you say that the way Sir Tagus went, is that difficult to climb up the
He
hill there?
was going in the water.
Okay, so that, but I could, because I can walk on water, that's not a
Yeah,
problem for me.
that's not a problem for
But
you.
I can get up that hill. It's not like difficult to.
Oh yeah, it's just a regular hill.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. So we'll uh move there, and I'll do another movement for my second action. So up there,
Alrighty.
or for my action, not second action.
For your dash.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
dash too.
I trip him as he runs by. I was first.
Should probably wave the fisherman back down the river for now. Get back.
Yeah, we don't want him to die.
Well, at least we get our 25 gold back.
Oh, me again?
Tyrion.
All
This
right.
happened like 3 times tonight.
I know. I guess I'll go right up next to him to get ready to hit him next time.
All right.
Oh, you know
When
what?
you approach him, you notice he has this huge stone warhammer. And did I show you the picture of what he looks like?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so he has this huge stone warhammer, and you notice that there are runes, very lightly glowing, carved all around the head of this stone warhammer.
And I'm gonna move up a little bit just to not be in the way of
You put him
people
this
that
way.
are shooting at him.
Okay.
So that is kind of the odd thing about the way that is that we don't even know what our initiative is now. I mean, not even yourself. Well, you don't even see the roll.
Right. Yeah, it's a little weird. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or not. It's different.
Sorry, I was taking a dash again. I was trying to figure out, but he's just behind the trees, so I can't really do anything else.
All right.
If I did, never mind. Just gonna wait.
All right, so I'm going to move. If I did my math right, it is going to be 75 feet. I have a movement and a dash with a bonus action of 90 total.
All righty.
Gorvidal, it's a
Turned into a
new
quickling.
option in Unity. It's part of the game. It's called
It's called "Don't Show the Players Anything."
yeah.
It's
Let's see. We talked about it.
player show turn order. I turned it off.
All right,
No,
so
It's
I
been
moved.
there for a long time. That's
no,
not new.
no. The one that we can't see each other's.
Yeah, that's because I have it defaults to player show turn order friendly, so you
Oh.
can see each other's. I have it set to off, so you can't see each other's.
So I still have 20 feet of movement. Am I able to move either through the bush or whatever to get to that space there?
Yeah, you can get there.
Okay, so I want to go get there because I do not want to get thrown into the river.
Who would do such a thing?
Tyrion's a much easier person to throw into the river than me.
Didn't you use show notice to players? You set that to off, didn't you?
Although
Yes.
Tyrion is fully oiled for today, so they're very slippery.
He's always oiled. It's got to glisten, you know.
All right. So this one pops his head up, and he's got a rock as well. And Blink is right in range as he chucks a boulder at Blink.
Catch it. Catch it. He's out if you catch it.
And Blink manages to dodge, and the boulder doesn't sink the ship, so that's good news.
Throwing
Alright.
pumice at you.
So this guy, he kind of spits on his hands and wipes it and picks up his giant warhammer that he has, his stone warhammer, and wipes his hand over the warhammer, and the runes just kind of come alive, and you see the head of this hammer start to crackle with what looks like electrical energy. As he first is going to take a swipe at Tyrion. Why does he have targeted?
Blink.
Oh, yeah, he shouldn't have hit Blink. He missed
didn't.
Tyrion. And then he's going to follow up with Sertegas. This one does hit. And why did that? No, it's supposed to do extra damage. They didn't code it right. So this is the weapon damage. And then the extra was lightning damage. You make your saving throw, which is good. Otherwise, you would not be able to take reactions. And then he turns around and begins running. So both of you are going to get a attack of opportunity against him. As it pauses.
Slice him right across the back of the legs as he goes running away.
And I get him in the toe.
He doesn't like that as you smack him around, but he does manage to run over to there.
I'm never going to get to stab this guy.
Can I use customer support bots Sentinel? And up.
Let's clear his target. Why am I not able to move this guy? As you hear coming up the side of the hill, another one of these guys that pops his head up, and he pulls out a rock and he's going to chuck it at Sertegas. And the rock smacks you in the shield and almost knocks you over. It's so powerful. But you manage to hold your feet.
Blink looks at the cannon, looks at the empty boat, and then goes, "What the hell, guys? How how big are these rocks that these guys are throwing? Like, Are they like 5
I-
pounds or 10 pounds or bigger
Like
than that?
70.
Oh, okay.
So they're
Huge medicine
yes.
ball.
yeah.
All right. Got it. It seems like the boat is fairly stable, but I'm really worried that this guy is gonna sink the boat if I leave it. So can I do I have any negatives to shoot at him from down here?
From where he's at up on top of that cliff face, yeah, you'd have a -2.
Okay. Well, I will hopefully keep distracting him and shoot at him with a firebolt. And apparently I had myself targeted and missed.
Yeah.
So that's
So you
I-
cast it and you cast firebolt and it bounces off your armor and then it reflects up and then it nails him.
it doesn't show me as targeting me. That's weird. Yeah. All right. Let me roll damage at him.
Is the one he's targeting, is he part bugbear?
And the cannon probably can't. Can the cannon like get out of the boat and move towards land? Is it?
It'll sink.
Well, that's fine. It can move
Yeah.
along the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically.
It's difficult terrain, so yeah, it would be at half its speed.
All right. I'm gonna have it give me some temporary hit points before it leaves.
Okay.
And
Ooh, that.
then it can move 15, so it doesn't really matter. I'll move it there. Start sending it towards you guys, even though it moves super slow.
Well, Quint's like sees this other one pop up over on the other side there, and -2, or if I
Yes.
get a little elevation, still -2. I don't want to be.
No, if you're up by 10, 15 feet, you'll have a clear shot.
All right, so I'm just gonna go up, take a shot, and then come back down.
All right.
But I want to use my inspiration to do so. To give myself advantage.
Okay.
With my bow. It's up here. Nice.
And you get it.
And I think as a bonus action, he's going to dash towards the bushes. Oops, 5 feet too far. You're gonna dash up the hill.
Okay. He's gonna step back. See.
Ding, ding, ding. Round 3.
3. Will he catch up or won't he?
If I move there, can I see either of those two giants?
Yeah, this guy's left a large path through the brush as he ran through.
Okay, I'm going to use my circlet of blasting on him once I run up, and I can see him.
Rhino running through the woods.
Yeah, he's just trampling everything in his way.
Okay, 3.
Shrunken shoulder.
Two out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah. So he's got these 2 large scorch marks on his back.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna follow after this guy. And then I guess I'll try to shoot him with the javelin. And I never really had a chance to get angry, but now that he's running away, I don't like that, and that makes me mad. So I'm gonna rage.
I don't know why. Every time it makes me laugh.
I know,
I
I
love
love
that
it.
one. You chuck a javelin at him, stick him right in the back.
And I'll do it one more time. And I'll just yell, "Don't you run away from me!"
All right. Blink's gonna stay with the boat for now. And he's gonna go ahead and shoot another firebolt at this guy up on the cliff there, and I'll use my point of inspiration to get advantage on the attack. Nice.
3 drops. No, he's still only 2 drops. Damn.
Jeez.
Well,
All
he's
right,
got some hit
and
points.
the cannon is slowly gonna start moving up.
All right.
It may never get there in time to be of any help.
Could help Quint.
How heavy is that cannon?
It just says that it's a small construct.
So that'd be what?
Right, but
Like
is it
100
a real
pounds,
cannon? I
150
mean,
pounds.
is it literally a cannon?
Brass.
Right, it could be pretty freaking heavy. I was thinking about picking it up and flying it up the hill. That's why I'm asking.
All right. So this giant drops the rock that he was carrying and picks up his hammer and
Cliff dive?
runs
He does a cliff dive.
and jumps off here and lands on the boat, and the entire boat just rocks and tilts over, and
No, don't worry, guys. I got this.
as you are dunked into the water, and he starts swinging his warhammer at you, and he was so flustered with the jump. He was thinking he looked so cool with his giant hammer. He hits the water.
That's kind of like
And-
he went boat hammer face.
Exactly. And comes back with another swing, missing this little tiny guy who's floating in the water there. Sir Tegas.
All right. So I'm going to move. Again, I think it's 70 feet if I did my math right. Following in his path of destruction. And then I want to get up. Oh, I was only 55. All right, so I get up behind him. I have a speed of 90 with my bonus action. I also am using my inspiration.
Very good.
Oh, it did hit. Nice.
Yeah, they're not dressed in terribly nice armor. They're just wearing a simple chain
And
shirt.
I'm going to. I have to declare beforehand if I'm going to smite. So I'll try to remember next turn.
Quint.
Well, Quint is going to take a shot at this guy in the water.
He's got a friend next to him now.
Right? That's going to help. No.
Not if he rolls that.
Damn it. An
He
11.
hits the boat that's floundering there in the
I hit
water.
his hammer. Ping. And shit, I think he's gonna move back towards the shore now that he sees that. Matter of fact, I think he's gonna 20. I think he's gonna actually fly right out next to the giant as a bonus action, dash, put his bow away, and next round he's gonna draw out a short sword. I think he's trying to draw some fire off of
Blink.
Blink, yeah. So he's just above the water.
Okay.
I misspoke, by the way. I don't have to declare it beforehand, so next time I know.
Yeah, isn't it when an attack hits or something?
Yeah, as long as I hit, I can say I want to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what makes it like super powerful.
Yeah.
Just burn a spell slot. I want to add damage to this.
And this guy up on top of the rocks there, you hear him yelling, and you're not really sure of the words, but the impression you get is you attacked too early. You were supposed to wait for them to get into the middle of the.
Right, he's pointing at his rock and going,
Yeah,
"You assholes!"
You're out of range. You attacked too freaking early, because there's nothing he can do. All right, so this guy sees Sertegas coming up on him, so he's going to go ahead and swing with his hammer.
Hammer time.
Once and twice, missing both. And this time he stands his ground. He is not going to be running away. And neither is this guy as he comes up to here. And he pulls out his warhammer and begins taking swings at Sertegas. Once, and these guys can't roll for crap. This one does hit as he smashes you with his warhammer, doing that, and an extra d8 of lightning damage to you.
Concentration. Fool right there.
Just in range. As this guy, he is in range. Let's light him up. He takes a rock and he chucks it at Tarion because he's the only clear shot he has. Now he has disadvantage because of long range, but he's chucking a rock at you anyway.
I think he lobs it.
It's like a trying to do a 50-yard pass. And he still hits at that range, and he smacks Tarion in the head with this 70-pound rock, doing 15 points of damage, which is entirely absorbed because Tyrion's head is harder than the rock.
Bust.
That's right, it is.
Subtract that off your inventory, bitch.
All right, and this guy keeps on swinging his warhammer at Tegas, and he's just too fast. He keeps dodging out of the way. Can't hit nothing. Now this one's going to try another chuck a rock at Tarion because it worked so well last time. But a 2 doesn't do it, and it smashes through the trees there, knocks down a whole bunch of other trees right next to Tarion.
$40 feet.
40 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my action surge to run again. Ugh. waste of an action surge, but I need to get up there and stabby.
So do you have reach?
Yeah, but I don't have 10 feet of reach.
You need to be a bugbear.
Bugbear with a pole arm, 15 feet reach.
I thought your glaive
But
gave
only
you
on your
10
turn.
feet.
Me another, like, he still would have been 5 feet out of reach. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, now I'm there.
Oh, they like slide into him.
I sigh heavily as a
Trip
free
over
action.
the rock that bounced off Tyrion's head.
Wounded Nose is just being wounded over there.
Yeah, he starts yelling at the unusually thin guy. He's like, "Throw another rock! Throw another rock! Damn it! Bring him closer there!"
Somebody's got a coach. It's a third base coach.
And hold on one second, forgot something. Not that one. All right, blink.
Okay. Blink has this guy right next to him. I'm just gonna try to shocking grasp this guy, I think. And I have advantage because my buddy is right next to him too.
Okay.
Nice.
He's wearing nice metal armor for you, so it makes it easy to.
Ah, great.
And he's all wet and.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Nice.
He also can't take reactions, although I don't know how important that is. Because I'm just gonna stay where I am. The cannon, however, is gonna keep moving.
It's gonna get there eventually.
Eventually, may not be in this game, but
All right. Well, Quint is gonna stab this guy with his short sword. Or attempt to, anyways.
All right. You poke him.
Ah, what a crappy roll.
Right in his big gianty nose.
And then I think that's it. Unless I can bonus action draw out my other short sword.
All right. Well, I don't have to chase him down this time.
Yeah, he jumped the gun. He was trying to get back towards his party.
So I'm just going to try to smack him down. There it goes. All right, and I'm going to burn a second level spell slot. As the blade begins to shine. Wow. Okay.
1, 1, and a 2.
That
Sif
was
was
like
not
a
paying attention to
that
you.
was a mini smite. It was a mini smite.
And I'm going to shift to there.
All right, I'm gonna move up. And hit this guy. Ha! Reroll that one.
Ah, halfling luck. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't
you
have the
didn't put the
I know.
ha on. You
I
need
I haven't done that yet. I
it's
need
on
to
your
get
list. You gotta put it.
Oh yeah, I need that.
Come on, we gotta stop rolling ones. He'd be dead by now.
Do you need the sound?
I can get it. I just forgot.
Nice. There we go.
Finally.
There he goes. As you smack this little halfling, smacks this guy right across the knees, busts his knee open. He falls down to the ground, cracks his head open on a rock.
Does he fall on me?
He's trying to hold
I
on to
hope
you,
not, because you couldn't get him off of you.
pull your
Straight.
tabard. All right. So this guy, he doesn't like either of you, so he's gonna do one Warhammer attack on each of you. So first with Blink, he's going to take a swing and miss, and then try to follow it up with Quint, smack him out of the air, who ducks and dodges out of the way. These guys can't hit nothing. They're very weak giants as far as giants go. Alrighty, so give me just a second. As I don't know, yeah, you guys could probably be able to see a skiff becomes visible from upriver behind the giants. And you see there are 4 women in there.
See, one of them's ripped.
Oh, they're all ripped. They look like
Yeah, but check out that tie.
this.
It's a nice looking
Show,
scarf.
show stopping.
That is my favorite extension.
I love it, yeah.
Which one?
Then NPC flavors.
Oh yeah, that one. It's been part of my game since you started using Fantasy Grounds on those.
So she starts chanting out a prayer to Sif, calling her fellow shield maidens to arms. That's her action for this turn. And I'm just gonna grab the combat tracker. Her fellow shield maiden gets to take her turn, and since she's called at arms, she has advantage as she chucks a javelin into the back of this giant up here. And she nails the giant.
It's like that scene from Troy where he chucks the spear. Like,
yeah, he's chucking it and hits the giant twice with 2 separate javelins that she's chucked. And that's where we'll go ahead and stop for the evening. Top of the round.
That's like perfect timing tonight with the break at 9:30 and top of the round at 11. It's like,
yeah, it worked out good.
Couldn't have timed it any better. All right, so that's our Friday night session. What were we? 32 in the bag. So next Friday, right here, I will be running Jungles of Cholt, and we're gonna have our first mystery guest going on. So the players, they don't know who's gonna be playing with them that night, and most of them don't even know what what PC they're gonna have yet. So the first one. I know who the mystery guest is though. So So that's next Friday, but tomorrow night over on Rob's channel, hopefully if his stream is working, which I don't think that was the problem tonight, uh, I'll be running Lost Mines of Phandelver over there. They are making their way into Wave Echo Cave for those that have played that. So yeah, they're getting close to the end of that one. And then Sunday, All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show, DM Guild Showcase, probably giving away prizes. Rob will be. So over there Sunday at 9. And then Tuesday, Princes of the Apocalypse. They are almost towards the end. They are in the fire node, or heading towards the fire node to try to stop the ritual that's going to destroy Toril and wipe the planet clean with fire. That's what they're trying to stop. And they're on their way. So that's Tuesday at 8 right here. And that's it. Brits and repeat. So let's go see if there's somebody we want to raid. Who's out there? No, nobody. Fantasy Grounds Academy's probably running a rerun, so that's it. We're gonna get out of here. So enjoy your weekend. Have a good Friday night, and we'll talk to you guys later. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
See you
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
guys. Thanks for watching, all you
Yeah.
guys out in chat.